Holy shit, what is up, ugly fuckers that have nothing better to do? This video is going to be talking about the newest fucking DLC for Star Wars Emote Fest. Now let me just say that I completely thought that all this game was going to do was just do the bare minimum it needed to do. Sell copies, sell a season pass, and just get more beautiful maps, and that's it. But it's not. They're actually improving the game and making it better, not just by adding things that you have to pay for, but everyone's getting them. They're adding new weapons, new heroes, new maps. A lot of maps have been free. There have been 2 free maps and 2. So I'm going to talk about the new guns that they added. It's mainly a lot of pistols and some targeting rifles and a sniper wannabe. There's basically, I think there is 2 pistols. There is a Rhodian blaster, which is just like a hand cannon, really. It's like the DL-44 with a little less damage but an increased fire rate. And then there's just another scout pistol. Shoots very fast, does low damage. And then there's another, targeting rifle, semi-automatic marksman rifle wannabe, single shot, shoot as fast as you can. You shut up, you fucking cat! And I'm gonna beat your ass. Suck your dick. There's also a sniper rifle, which is a one-shot and then it overheats. So you can really get a one-shot kill if you hit the upper chin or, this dick or whatever. So the new heroes and villains, they've added Nia Num and Greedo. Now, Greedo from the movies and as a character in general is a kind of a failed bounty hunter. He's kind of like a poor Batman. He's trying to be that vigilante. He just doesn't have a lot. I'm assuming that Greedo looks up to Boba Fett because Boba Fett has a huge ship. He's got huge armor. He's got an assault rifle. He's got partners in crime. He's working for the Empire. And then Greedo's just got a pistol and does some dirty work for Jabba the fat ass. So really, they've implemented that in the game to where he has a confidence meter. And for every kills you keep getting, and if you land hits and hit markers, your confidence meter will grow. And if it keeps growing, you won't just throw baby grenades. You're gonna start throwing those dubstep grenades, the one that explode with like a 30-meter radius. So if you can throw those like every 5 seconds, that's very powerful. Other than that, Greedo has his Rhodian senses, which acts as a scam pulse. You can see enemies through walls. It's kind of useful. And then he has his quick draw targeting. It's if there's more than one enemy, you can target up to 5 enemies at once and do double damage to them. So you could do 200 points worth of damage to 3 different enemies, really, if they're a hero or not. So he's a good character. He's got a little low health. I would increase the health. And Nia Num, a lot of you don't know who he is, but he was one of the Resistance pilots from the new movie, and he was also in the old movies. But he has a augmented turret, which lasts a bit longer. It's got a quicker, time to start shooting. And if you keep getting kills with that turret, maybe 3, I think it starts turning into an explosive round, type of turret. He's also got a pulse cannon that he can use, and that thing recharges every... Now, the 2 new maps, unfortunately, are on planets we've already seen before, but they're cool locations to me. I mean, the Solist factories kind of seemed like, what kind of map can we give out without listening to everyone? Where does the community want to go? Raise your hand if you want Jabba's Palace. Raise your hand if you want Solist factories on the same planet. I don't agree with the choice to put this map. It shouldn't have been here at all. It should have been one of the free maps. But whatever, it looks great. Jabba's Palace map looks amazing. All these maps just look amazing. What I actually thought was a lot of these maps are still under development, like maybe the last map pack is still being worked on right now. And to hurry up and get it out, they might cut back on the graphics and not put in as many textures here to hurry up and get it out. So I thought it was going to look a little lower resolution than the default game, but it looks just as great. along that, they've added new star cards. They've added the Dioxis grenade, which you've seen in episode 1, the Phantom Horrible episode, where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are in the conference room. The droids try to kill them by getting those green gases in there. So this is a, damage per second in a damage area. It's pretty good. It's got a 30-second recharge rate. And there's a new a card. It's called Adrenaline. You can increase your health regeneration like instantly. If it's at 1 and you activate your card, it'll zoom right to 100 as if you were out of combat. And another thing that I love is that with all these new guns, people are just going to buy them and everyone's going to have them. They're all going to have this stuff because people have been playing this and, racked up hundreds of thousands of credits, which is a lot. So what they did was they've added Jabba the Slut contracts. And what that is you have to pay just a little bit of credits. It ain't a lot. It's like 2,000 to unlock things to do in the game to unlock this pistol or card. So if you want that new Rhodium blaster and it's a pistol, you're going to have to do things in the game related to using a pistol. You're going to have to go on maybe 3 pistol streaks. You're going to have to get maybe 10 headshots with a pistol or maybe a total of 30 kills. So this is actually gave you more reason to play and use different things. Like for the grenade, the Dioxis grenade, I had to use the flash grenade and the smoke grenade to parry enemies and obscure the vision. And I thought, well, I've never used the flash grenade or the smoke grenade, as tactical as it might be. So you would think that I would be like mad using it. Like I could have changed the tide of battle so much if I just had my grenade that I always use. But actually, you'll see that those options are also cool, and it also brings out people that don't just use the same damn thing, because when you play online, you don't use the baby stuff. But with these contracts, it's opened me up to new cool things. Like I've always had a jetpack and a grenade. Now I added a shit ton of balancing tweaks and just more convenient things. They've added playlist and a better menu startup. They've added on the scoreboard, you can see who's a hero, you can see who's a villain, and those traits that you have. When you reach a master trait, you unlock that special ability that might make you, powerful until you die. It'll tell you. So that way you realize that there's someone that could be off our radar because he's a master scout, or there's someone that could be resistant to all explosive damage because he's a master survivalist or whatever. So it tells you a whole lot of information. You can spectate people, you can view everything around you. And a thing that I think was a good idea, but isn't that what it was supposed to be, is the objective counters on objectives that are more than one. You can press square on PS4 on the objective and it will add a number to that, so it'll let your teammates know how many troops are going to that point. And if there's 6 troops on the right point and 3 on the left, you're gonna go on the left because there's less there, So it tells you, how many people are going there, but then again, how many people just accidentally press that button square, or don't even mean to do it, or just press it to press it. A lot of people aren't going there. It's just there. I don't know. It's only there for, people who are really tactical and I guess really mean to do that. They've also completely improved the hero hunt. I've never played the hero hunt. But what it was on Hero Hunt before, DLC, was the last person to shoot the enemy hero becomes the hero. And a lot of people didn't understand why couldn't it be overall percentage. If I got 98% on Greedo, the other guy comes in, shoots him 2% health, he'll get the hero because he killed him last. So now what it is, the top 3 people with the most percent get put into a Wheel of Fortune, and if you have, a 30% damage, someone has a 25% damage, and someone has a 70% damage, that 70% is going to have a bigger chunk of the wheel, so when it spins and picks a random person, you might have a bigger chance. But it's overall, really, this DLC had me playing it all day. I stayed up to about 4 a.m. playing this, and it does take a while to unlock these contracts you see right now. It does take a little while. I just got that middle one, like, lastly. But, I mean, these maps just look brilliant. I've died a few times just looking at the scenery. It's so beautiful. And, really, everyone is just so happy playing this game. Everyone's throwing up emotes. Everyone's just happy. If I could summarize the community of this game, it'd be happy. Because all these Star Wars fanboys just love the game. They love the graphics and everything. So last thing I'm going to talk about is the new game mode, which is Extraction. I thought, I wasn't going to play that bullshit. I'm going to play heroes versus villains and all that good. Walker Assault, same shit. But Extraction, essentially, well, first of all, the DLC is all close quarters. It's no large-scale warfare because the last 2 free maps were for Walker Assault. So this DLC is for the people that play close quarters because 50% of the players do that. So what it is like Walker Assault, but with a stupid, hoverboard. So it's the same thing as Walker Assault. It's just that the rebels are trying to escort something through the map. And every time they reach a checkpoint, they get 4 minutes more time to move it to the next checkpoint. So you could essentially get 10 minutes, because this is the max, 10 minutes max to get it to the end, and the Empire has to stop them. So that's a very fun mode, actually. And the hoverboard comes with a shield at any time. You can activate it at any time. Oh, yeah, the bitch-ass shields. I'm a little mad and I'm a little happy about what they did with the shields. The shields, you know how solid objects could penetrate the shield? They can no longer. So if you were to cycle rifle, throw a grenade, or use Leia's Trooper Bane inside of a shield, none of that will pass through a shield now. Only rockets will pass through a shield, which I do not get because the shield is an ion-based energy shield that deflects the plasma and the ion-based weapons. So something that is not made of ion or a plasma base, like a fucking rock, you should be able to throw to, and it will go through it solid. Like you've seen on episode 1, with the Gungans in the shield, you saw how those droids, went through it and everything, how the tanks went through it, because those are material objects. And I think a rock is an object as well. So the shield kind of fucked up, but I mean, it makes the shield a lot more stronger. When you see a shield, you don't